The Senate has been a part of Canada's democracy for 149 years, but in recent years has become a dumping ground for entitled political hacks who charge ridiculous expenses to the Canadian taxpayer. That perfectly embody this greed and corruption culture are Patrick Brazeau, Mike Duffy, and Pamela Wallen. They were all investigated and some were charged for filing questionable expense claims. In November 2013, the Chamber of Sober Second Thoughts suspended the not-so-sober Patrick Brazeau. He was known to drink heavily during office hours and had a terrible attendance record of 25%. Furthermore, he was charged with both physical and sexual assault. With all these scandals surrounding him, Patrick Brazeau was still allowed to return to the Senate on September 27, 2016. The second senator is Pamela Wallen, who was caught red-handed using taxpayers' money to pay for business trips to Toronto instead of parliamentary business. However, she was never formally charged. Child for sleazy senators is Mike Duffy, a senator from PEI who filed living expenses. The only problem was he doesn't actually live in PEI. It was just a cottage. To make matters even worse, former Prime Minister Stephen Harper's Chief of Staff Nigel Wright wrote him a personal check for $90,000 to pay back this. But things got worse for Mike Duffy. He was charged with fraud and breach of trust. His scandalous trial exposed the Senate's culture of lavish spending and entitlements. However, Mike Duffy was acquitted of all of these charges and managed to return to the Senate. The Senate can be changed using Triple E Senate reform. 1. Have senators be elected, but for much longer terms than normal MPs. 2. Have better representation, so 3 provinces can't control the whole thing, such as Ontario and Quebec having a total of close to 50 seats. And finally, completely overhaul what senators can claim for expenses. The Senate has an opportunity to be a fundamental part of Canada's democracy, but only if this culture of greed and entitlements ends.